Progress.
Okay, no problem, my lord.
So can you tell me what's going on? I have some updates on my side, and I'm headed to work again. But I think we made some progress yesterday. How is everything progressing on your side?
Everything is moving fine, my lord.
All right, now I know we haven't. Okay, and now with the registration, has it gone through? Or the new registration?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, my lord.
Did the new registration go through?
No, I am expecting maybe by Monday.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And so what happened yesterday? I don't know if you remember. I said I was going to reach out to people. The Sertatola. I reached out to somebody. Basically, they're from the USA, but they've worked with the original UNIA with the original Constitution, and I was telling them that even with the original Constitution, they should be able to get organizations and societies to come together and form a branch or division. But what happens is, I think they have older leadership and they're not used to doing new. They're not used to using the Constitution that way. Usually, it's a couple of individuals. But we have immigrant associations over here.
Yeah.
If they could just talk to them, these immigrant societies, and educate them, this is how they need to reorganize themselves and form a branch. That could have been possible, but it's just the mentality of people. They don't want to engage. So at this point, I think this guy, he took his DNA test and he ended up in Guinea-Bissau. That's where his ancestors come from, and he has experience, and he might be more open to working with us. He's connecting to the United Nations and African Union. African Union has a diaspora ethnic sector, so that he's connected to Guinea-Bissau. And I talked to the person in Gambia who has a network all over West Africa. So my hope is that when people start talking to each other, that maybe these organizations in the diaspora could start reorganizing themselves to work with us. And he says he's connected to UNESCO in Cameroon. So I'm thinking about creating a forum so that you and the guy in Gambia, the Prince Boubacar, and him could basically talk and maybe create a forum where you're in the media together, at least form a stronger region in West Africa. And then I'm hoping like Liberia and the Mano River, Ivory Coast, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Guinea, that region, maybe they could come on board because one of the president general is connected there. He's connected to Jamaica. So I think we made progress. Basically, it's a big connection, and maybe I'll create a forum. But I'm waiting for more registration money, maybe to do something with Henry and move forward. But I don't know if there's anybody else in Borgu that would want to come on board, or in Nigeria at this moment, because I know you're carrying a lot at this at the moment.
I want to maybe work with the curator of Borgu Online.
Okay.
Yeah. His name is Barasa Bouquet.
So yeah, he's in the Facebook group, but I think that one's not working. And I also tried Clubhouse, but a lot of people, Clubhouse, they don't have no morals. So when we start reading the Constitution, it's giving them instructions, and it's telling them to be moral and get married, and they don't want to do that kind of stuff. I'm finding out. I think that's what Clubhouse is.
Yeah, my lord, what about the Constitution I converted to French?
For
Gabon.
I actually did that at work myself. I copied and pasted it and made my own. But there is one now for French speakers. I can forward it. There's a French Constitution now, and I think we can move forward. It's just we can move forward even if it's I don't know if you would you want to try and read the Constitution on Clubhouse and just I could record it later, or upload it later to YouTube, and then we just have it just to have proof that it's been read and that people could hold that standard.
Yeah, if not for the questions and some explanations in the Constitution, I think I should have read the Constitution. It's just a 20-page Constitution, but there are a lot of explanations there. There are some times that I don't understand, so you need to explain people.
Okay.
And there are some questions. That is why.
Okay. Would you want where did we finish last time?
Last time I think we are in article. No, we're in section article 2, section 5.
So wow, that's like 14, like 12 more articles.
Yeah.
How many pages is that? Probably.
I think we did only 2 pages or 3.
We have like 17 more pages.
Yeah.
Would you want to do it today?
Yeah, I can do it.
Are you available? Are you going to work or?
Yeah, I am available, but it should be in the midnight, just as usual.
Midnight as usual?
Yeah.
Okay, could we? All right, I'll try and see. Maybe we'll do it on here on Facebook. I think I should close the Facebook Messenger group. But okay, and maybe I can forward the guy's contact. But the brother, he was talking about. He was telling me I need to be the leader, and I'm like, no. Because if I'm the leader, then that means the real leadership in the community, the kings, aren't speaking to each other. They should be able to understand what's going on, and they're the real leaders. And even over here, over here, I'm trying to get the families and organizations that are in place to come together and speak. So they're the real leaders as well. So at this point, it's like a Nigeria. There's one issue. I guess I never registered another company in Igbo land that's speaking up to this.
Well, yeah, my God. What about the registration with mentors? Is it going through?
They changed the name. They changed the name, so it's like they're not taking responsibility for that community in Owerri. There's an Owerri company that's in place already, so I said forget about it. But that one with Mentos, it's not going to be able to work. I don't think it's going to be able to work because I think it's called like Bantu Africa, but trying to cover the whole Africa is not going to work. Or just to do it, they can't keep up. It's supposed to be community to community speaking with each other. So
yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
There is because if they're not speaking to each other, then you're not going to have a program. The culture is defined by people talking to each other. What clothes you're going to wear, what you're going to sell, what you're going to read, what you're going to build. So if you can't cover the whole Africa, everybody has to have a branch and speak to each other. So there was a company in Enugu, or somebody in Enugu that works with Burundi, Haiti, that works with the governor. I said I don't know if it will be worthwhile because Enugu is not a kingdom. It's just the Nigeria government cleared it out one time, and they started mining coal. And it's just it's like a technocrat city. It's not traditional. So I'm like, are they going to get allocations from government? Are they going to be able to control the resources? Are they going to be able to work together if there's no traditional hierarchy, or is it just going to be everybody fighting to control? So, but there's one guy, he says he might be interested. Maybe 2 guys who might be interested in starting a company. I could try to refer them, or maybe start a forum to see if we can start something. And maybe I just get my I have to start raising money to send 1 week at a time. But that guy is connected to Burundi in East Africa. You know, Burundi is part of that empire, Chwezi. Chwezi means
the Chwezi Empire.
Chwezi means the moon. So the mountains of the moon. I guess maybe that's where they got the name. There's a mountain range there, the moon. So it's like Burundi, Rwanda, Uganda, Tanzania, parts of Eastern Congo. But it's like they say in Rwanda, there was a genocide, and they say that it's still not fair, and that they're fighting going on over there. So Rwanda, Burundi.
Yeah,
I think they start.
I learned there is a fighting in South Africa too. I learned there was a fighting in South Africa.
Yeah, that one. It's all a lot of this ethnic group fighting. So, and the people not.
Yeah, I heard
the kings.
I heard they're killing people from Nigeria.
Yeah, so the people from Nigeria, they go set up the shop, and they work with the white people, but they don't work with the kings over there. So the people just say, you're not sharing the money. We're poor over here. You need to help us fight for land. And people just want to just make their money and go home. And then sometimes the Nigerians just talk to the white people or the government, but they don't talk to the village or some of them don't have land. They live in slums like Legos. So it's a bad. That's why you have to talk to the king. That's why we're doing this. But but we want East Africa, South Africa, Uganda is the headquarters right now, and we're getting more people to pick up calls. We want to work with UNESCO over there and some of the traditionalists. We're starting to understand the way to work in Uganda where it will work. But there's in Enugu, they're connected to that region through the government. The Nigerian ambassador, he works to Burundi. He's an Igbo guy. They all work in Enugu, but I don't know if it will work if we start a company there. There's a place called Mbise where I'm from. We're trying to start a company there.
Yeah.
And Henry. So Oweri, I don't think it's gonna work. Like there's already one company there. We started 2 companies. Prince Will was starting basketball there. It just keeps taking money. He just because the Kings aren't involved. Everything just keeps messing up. This time they said they can't. They said they're blocking the name, maybe because it was already registered or the Kings aren't involved to persuade them. But at this point, I think there's maybe a couple of Igbo companies to register. Maybe that could be done in 1 or 2 weeks. But if there's anybody in Borgu that wants to come on board outside of New Busa, we could try that too. It's just that I don't know who they'd be working with. It's just you'd be working with each other at this point, or if Gambia comes on board.
What I want to do, I want to connect with the emir of the king of Kayama and that of Ilu, so that we can get secretaries from there and register a company.
Okay, that one I think it could be done more easily. I think we need to go to media eventually. We're ready to go to media. It's just maybe reading the Constitution or getting some U.S. people, more U.S. support, and getting more Igbo land registered. But or we could just, even if we don't get Igbo land registered yet, we could go to media probably and just say we're working on Igbo land. NBC, Henry. Just once they're not registered, they could say anything, and be irresponsible. But okay. But even by Ghani Festival, I should have enough money. If it's just for 2, it'd be like $200, right?
Yeah.
But I'd like for us to start raising money within Nigeria and from the media too. So that's it. But the people, there's one person in Gambia, one person in Guinea-Bissau that say they want to work on it too. But the money issue. That's the money issue. We have to start raising money internally from the people. So, is there any questions?
I don't think there's any for now.
And
my lord.
I don't know. So even with the new companies, they have to read the Constitution too, or somebody got to teach them. So
Yeah.
I guess I'm thinking that when I start something in USA, maybe them talking to each other will make it more easier, or make it pointless. But okay, so I'm thinking from Borgu, you can reach Kanem Bornu, Hausa 7, Kwarafa, and Oduduwa kingdoms.
Yeah.
Even throughout the trouble, I think there's like 5 kingdoms that will work, or 4 more kingdoms in Nigeria that Borgu will attract, and then Igbo and Ajar and Efik, those guys in Southeast, I think, they're on board. They're just taking long, and then USA is going to connect to the rest of the people, even in India and in the Pacific Islands. So I'm going to work on the USA team more, but I might create a Gambia, Guinea, Borgu forum just so they could talk. I don't know yet, because the issue over here is if they it's recruiting the diaspora and getting their communities to participate. So if we set it up in Borgu, or we set it up in Guinea or Gambia, people over here should be able to support it. That's what we want. But if they want to do Igbo or they want to do Uganda, if they want to work, we just want people over here who could work with the communities. And if there's a business to be done, and they have to be honest and go for autonomy, build their own schools, that kind of thing. So that's what we're working on. But all right, I can end the call. I gotta go to work too. So
All right, my lord.
All right. Peace.
Yeah, I'll be available for the reading of the Constitution.
Around midnight.
Yeah, if you're back from work.
Midnight would be
busy.
Midnight, huh?
Maybe around 12.
Huh. That might be.
Yeah, we can.
That might be. Yeah. Actually, it might be later because I'm supposed to be taking care of the block, the community. We're turning the communities over here into the African towns or African networks. Different households are working together and taking businesses, and one of them is going to Ghana. One of the main leaders, they're going to Africa.
Okay.
So they're telling me what I have to do whilst they're gone to maintain things.
Okay.
So that's tonight. But we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Bye, my love. Peace.
Peace.